Went out and got some strippers. Well, just one. Can't afford two. In this episode, we unbox and review a portable diesel heater made by Vevor. And we recently purchased this, and we've been looking for a cheap, very efficient heating system to use on the boat throughout the winter time. Something better than electricity, and this fits the bill. So we had to make our own exhaust outlet port plate system that's going to go through one of our aft cabin port lights. We were reluctant. We did not want to drill a hole through the side of the hull at this time because we're unsure where we're going to permanently mount something like this. But all in all, we're very pleased with this system. It puts out a very clean, no smell kind of heat, and it's very efficient, and the heat is very warm and dry. So we like it, and we're definitely happy with the purchase. Wish we would have done it sooner, but this is going to be something we'll use throughout this winter, and probably once the winter is over, we'll take this home and either use it in the garage or use it in one of our RVs. But all in all, it's a really nice system made by Vevor. And ultimately, our end game is to run a hydronic diesel heater in the boat that will heat our hot water as well. So, but again, we're really happy with it and glad we made the purchase. Hope you enjoy the video.
Perfect.
Don't forget to watch it all the way through.
Yep.
You know, you guys like to only watch part of it. You got to watch the whole thing. All right?
Just a thumbnail.
Thumbnail. Welcome back to another exciting and thrill-filled adventure with DIY Nautical Dream. Okay, maybe that was a little over the top. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get our next video started. In last week's video, we made some really good progress getting that Teak panel fitted. We have the gaps the way we want them, so we went ahead and did the final install on that. It turned out really nice. We also installed the brass shoulder washers and the brass screws in there, and that really looks nice. Makes it have that little bit of nautical style to it. We just like it. Really makes it pop. So that turned out really well, and I think we're making really good progress on this panel. One of the other things we accomplished on last week's video was we went ahead and trimmed off that forward excess edge with the flush trim bit on the router. Let me tell you, that stuff made a mess. It went everywhere. The vacuum really didn't help. I think we have a lesson learned on that one where we need to pull that little fine tip nozzle off the end of that, and we probably suck up a lot more debris doing that. But all in all, it was fun, and yes, we made a mess. But that's all part of the fun of working on the projects, making a mess so we can clean it up, right? Anyways, trimming that edge off turned out really well. Everything looks good. So that worked out well, huh? Didn't make a mess at all. Here's just a few really nice shots of the Teak panel as it's installed with the new light fixture in place as well. And you can also see we have most of the brass shoulder washers in place with the brass screws. We're just missing a few that we have on back order, but other than that, they'll all be here soon. So that's really looking nice. I think we really turned that white vinyl plastic thing that was in there into a thing of beauty by replacing it with this Teak panel. Tell us your thoughts. What do you think? Did we do good? We definitely made a lot of good progress in last week's video. If you missed it, it's worth going back and taking a look at it. Hope you enjoy. Thanks. Welcome back to another episode of DIY Nautical Dream. If it was easy, we wouldn't be doing it. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. It's about to get cold this week, so we'll see how that works out. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video. Like and subscribe and comment down below. All right, thanks. See ya.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of DIY Nautical Dream. Always remember, if it was easy, we wouldn't be doing it. So anyways, to get into this week's update, I'd like to make one special announcement. Baby's not here with me this time. She's actually over in the Philippines visiting with her family and friends. While I'm over here, stuck with all the chores and all the projects and stuff going on here. As far as the project goes, we have quite a bit of updates going on. Firstly, we want to add a couple more coats onto those teak panels. The ones up there by the non-opening ports, or the large windows, whatever you want to call them. That one and the short one over there that has just a single opening port light. And then of course our big large teak panel that we've been working on for so long to try and get those gaps and those edges and everything to come in. I don't know if you guys saw last week's video or not, but we're pretty happy about that. We're really proud of it, and we feel like we really did a good job based on our skill level and what we have to offer. Limited woodworking experience on my part, and we're happy with it. It's something we can look at. The gaps and everything like that looks really good. So with that said, now it's time to pull those and varnish them. And so we're going to put multiple layers of varnish on those panels, and I think we'll put 3 or 4 coats on them, and that'll seal them up really good for now. And then at some point, you know, down the road, we're going to need to varnish the whole interior. Anyway, so that's what we got going on this week. We're going to pull those panels and varnish them and make them look good. So that's where we're at, and we'll see how we do. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. All right, we just got done finished varnishing this one here. And I'm no expert at varnishing, so I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. It kept showing some little dry spots here and there, like I wasn't getting enough coverage, so I laid it on heavier. We'll see. Hopefully that turns out alright. I don't want it to be super shiny. We like the color, we like the look, but we're not looking for like super mirror shiny. Hopefully it turns out like the rest of them, but for some reason it was getting some dry spots on it, which was kind of odd, so we'll see. This is our 3rd coat on here, so we'll see how it turns out. Alright, and here's our other panel we added varnish on to as well, and you can see it turned out really nice, has really good color to it all the way down. So we're looking forward to seeing how this one turns out as well. I don't really see the dry spots showing up on this one like I did on the other one, and yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Both panels have their 3rd coat of varnish on them, and both panels are acting completely different as far as how they appear to be receiving the varnish. So we're still rookies at this, so I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. And right up here is where the panels are going to go, and you can see we have the area pretty well taken care of behind there, and the panels fit. We've already fitted them and had them up before. Once these final coats of varnish go on, we're hoping not to have to pull the panels off again, and same thing for underneath there as well. The bottom panel will probably come off again a time or two, and then our next project is right up under here. Well, we have another fine finish added to this board here, and we hope it turns out good. For some reason this varnish is laying on really nice in some areas, and then other areas it is not. And it's showing these little dry spots like we've totally missed it with the brush. that I know we got it and we covered it. And so I don't know why it's doing that, but this is where we're at right now. So I laid it on a little bit heavier. That's what I did on the last piece, and it turned out pretty good. But normally I wouldn't think we'd have to put it on so thick. So I'm not sure if operator error, or if that's just the nature of the material that we have to lay it down like that. So anyways, we'll see how this turns out once it dries and sets up. We'll take a look at it. Now this piece we did a couple days ago, and I put it on like super heavy because it was doing the same thing. It was showing those dry spots, and so I laid it on really thick, and it appears as though it turned out pretty good. It looks like we could sand and apply one more coat, which we will not at this time, and we'll go ahead and build with this. The reason why we don't want to put the extra coat on there is because we still plan on, at some point, we plan on revarnishing all the interior again, and we'd like to do that all like in the same time period so that everything kind of matches a little bit. We'll leave this one as it is for right now, and we'll call that good. It turned out pretty good, but wow, did I have to put it on there heavy. So alright, so that varnish job turned out pretty nice. Look at that. I don't know how well that picks up on the camera or not, but man, that turned out really looking good. So we have a total of 4 coats on this now, and that's it. That's all we're going to put on for now. We will apply more later once we're totally done with the interior refit in the main salon. We'll leave it as it is for now. But yeah, that turned out really nice. Okay, so the plan is we're going to cut a hole in this for the exhaust outlet to mount in there. So we're going to use a hole saw that's just a little bit bigger than the diameter right here. So this hole saw is a little bit bigger around, so there'll be just a little bit of an air gap on the sides. I don't think that's a bad idea. And this is obviously our first time doing this. I'm trying to make a pass-through exhaust mount that will mount up into the port light. It'll make a little bit more sense once we get going on this. That's what the drawing is on here. This is just a little bit bigger than the opening on the port light. And so I'm trying to make a temporary exhaust plate that'll mount up there. We'll cut our hole first, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut our hole. We had to extract this out of there. So now we flip this over. We're gonna cut from the back side now. Alright. So here we go. So that turned out alright, huh? Now, okay. That's pretty fancy. Pretty fancy right there, huh? Alright, so we'll see how that fits. So here we go. You can see we have a nice little air gap all the way around. That's exactly what we want. We don't want it touching, on the side here. We want a little bit of a gap. Just for heat. Just in case, I don't know how hot this gets, so we just want a little bit of a gap like that. So that's cool. We're going to go ahead and get set up to locate that, and then we'll drill the holes. Okay, now we're going to locate the mounting holes. We're just going to pilot them for right now. See what that looks like. Wow, that's the only drawback about the hole being so large. I almost regret going so large with the diameter of the hole now. I know it's important to get that air gap, but now I'm wondering if that was the right decision. But either way, we're going to have to make it work. So we'll get some screws and try to mount that. Alright, so we went ahead and got some mounting screws. Not sure how this is going to work out, but we're going to have to give it a try. Okay. These are just old mounting screws we were using for the port light frames. Alright, so that's pretty simple right there. Let's see how that looks. Nothing too exciting. And then, so we have we're off to the side a little bit, but not too bad, but we still have a nice air gap all the way around. Like I said, I'm not sure how hot this outer cylinder gets, but we still have it's not consistent, but we have an air gap still. I don't know what happened there, but something moved. Definitely moved. But that's okay. We're good. This is just a practice, and if we like it, we'll keep it, and if not, we'll make a new one. Alright, so up next, we're going to drill some holes to pull all this together. And then we will probably make those a little bit bigger once we get to mounting things, but for right now, at least we have those located. They go all the way through, which is a good thing. Alright, we'll get on to the next step. Okay, so this is basically like our prototype here. Hopefully it works. Anyway, so we had to build these blocks up, right? Spacers. And then this will go on here like this. That'll go on there like that. So something roughly like that. And then we want to get all that into this port light here. So that's what we'll put together next. We'll go ahead and assemble that, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, this is just a little tricky, but you get kind of the idea of what we got going on here. So then this kind of fits in there. Now this part I haven't tried out yet, so bear with me on this one. I haven't did a test fit of this. No? Let's see here. This isn't fitting. Alright, obviously this is not working. Try something different. Alright, so that didn't work. The problem is trying to get this on over that, and it's not all fitting in there together. Maybe I'll split this in half. Okay, new plan. New plan. That's why this is a prototype. Okay? Alright, we got a new idea. We're going to try something different. Okay, we modified our design a little bit. So this is try number 5. No, I don't know how many tries this is, but it's a few. This might be easier, I'm not sure. Definitely need more than one set of hands here. Seems like we have a little more issue here. We have to notch out for these areas here, so we will be back for yet another try. We're prototyping, people. Wow. I'm trying to make something that, as far as I know, doesn't exist yet, so we're inventing here. Yeah, so what happens is I dream these ideas up in my head.
Oh, wow.
And then I try to make them real, and sometimes they don't work out the same way they did in my head.
Perfect.
Kind of like what we're experiencing here. But I think we're going to get it to work, so trial and error here. Okay, and this might need some modification. I really don't know until we try it, so. Alright. Okay, so we got that. Alright, let's try the second half. We'll see how sturdy all this is once we get it all screwed together. We might have to modify it more. Alright, let's take a look at that contraption we got going on there. So that's what we have. The thing I don't know is, oh yeah, that's rock solid. Huh. Alright. I think what would be better is if I left this part up here connected and just had that slotted like that. I don't know. We're going to run with what we have for now. This is just a prototype. If we like it, we'll final it, and if we don't, then we'll come up with another idea. But so far, that looks like it's going to work. All right, what do we have here? Okay, Vevor, I guess is how you pronounce it. But inside there, well, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but let's go ahead and get this opened up. All right, what do we have here? We have an instruction book. All right, see this? We have a diesel heater. And I think we got that one right there. Let's see what's in the box. Vents. And that. Okay. Anyways, that's what we have there. And then I guess we'll lift this. It was heavy. Heavy.
Well, alrighty then.
Alright, let's see here. Alright, so now what we have here, we have Vevor Tough Tools half price. Oh, we can even start our car from here. Well, that's kind of cool. And we have our fused power cord here. So that's nice. And then we have a box of accessories. Alright. Let's see what's in here. Spare parts. Okay. That's kind of cool. So looks like we have lots of little clamps. The old muffler, but I've heard that some of these you don't really want to use them because they leak. The muffler usually goes on the inside, so I don't know about that. We may bypass it. Came with some ducting hose. Okay. So what's in here are our hose clamps and our air intake filter. So, and for the exhaust clamps, because I watched some guys on YouTube, they say to replace the exhaust clamps with these heavy duty ones. So if these fit, we're going to use these instead because we don't want the exhaust to leak. It's very critical that the exhaust does not leak on us. So, all right, we will take this and we will move it to the aft cabin where we were doing the setup on the port light for the exhaust exit for this. One of the other items we purchased in anticipation of getting this was our lovely Roy Pow. What is this? Get powered, get inspired. All right, let's see what it is, huh? Well, there you go. We have ourselves a 12 volt power supply now. So that's kind of wild. We'll have to cut that off. But yeah, so this plugs in and then we have 12 volts outlet, 15 amps. Because this takes, on cold startup, I believe it's up to 15 amps draw. We don't need that junk on there. We'll cut this off, strip it back, and see which ones are positive and negative. Alright, let's see here. We don't need this. So now we need to strip those. Went out and got some strippers. Well, just one. Can't afford two. Alright. I'm just trying to figure out at what point am I going to have to start reading the directions. That's the part I'm worried about. Because the directions are not very clear. So we're trying to avoid that part. Strip this back a little bit more. Same thing with the old negatory right here. We're going to strip that one back a little bit. What we want to know is if we can power it on. You know, something doesn't work, or do I have to, at some point, do I have to read the instructions? Okay, we got a green light on the power supply, so that's good. Oh, look at here. We got a little clock action. So that's cool. So does this do anything? Oh yeah.
Stop heating.
Okay.
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, looks like we're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and take this all in the back and relocate, set everything up. Okay, so this is just for testing only purposes. We're not gonna let it run unattended, but we have our little setup there. And then we obviously need to make some sort of a base that will secure this and raise it up. We want to raise it up a little bit more. The exhaust is off the wood down there, but not by very much. So, and we just have it propped up. But it's stable. I mean, we're not going anywhere. This boat rocks a little bit, but we'd have to be away from the marina before we'd have to worry. But anyways, we're gonna go get just a little bit of diesel and put some in there and see if we can get this to start up. Okay, we just got done putting some fuel in it. We didn't put very much just because we want to test this and we want to make sure everything's okay. So we didn't put a lot of fuel in here, but we want to check for any leaks. And I don't see any. Okay. I thought there was a drip down there. It's resin. Okay, so now let's see what happens here.
Start heating.
It's quiet. I don't hear anything clicking or anything. All the comments I heard online was this was kind of noisy, the fuel pump. Oh, okay. Gotta prime it. At this point, things are sounding pretty serious. My heart's beating just about as fast as that fuel pump's clicking away there, thinking something's gonna happen. Checking again, just to make sure there's no leaks. I think we had failure to light. And we definitely didn't get a light, so we're going to shut it off.
Stop heating.
And we'll... Don't ever grab the exhaust pipe. That thing gets hot. Yeah, we didn't get a start, so we'll try it again.
Start heating.
A few moments later.
We might have some life here. I busted out the manual, but it didn't help one bit.
Oh no!
So we just powered down and let it sit for a while. And we powered back up, and it seems like something's going on. I don't know, we'll see. Be right back. I'm going to go get the flashlight. Seems like it's a little bit more. It did the same thing. It shut down again. I don't think it's priming. That's what I think the problem is. Alright, we'll try back here again in a little bit. You know what's going to happen. I'll get it running when the camera's not on. That's what'll happen. I don't know. It just started going on its own here, so we'll see what happens. I want to look to see if there's any fuel on the line down here. No. So the fuel seems like it's still trying to prime the system. It doesn't look like there's any fuel in the line. Bubble. I just see air bubbles in there. But it seems like it's trying to prime, so we're I think we're on the right path here. Let's see if we got any fuel in the line now. Oh, I seen something. Oh, maybe. The green line is what we're looking at under here. Nope, we didn't get a start.
Startup failure.
Error 10. Alright, let's see what error 10 is. Error 10 says, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, man. Go to bed. Figure it out tomorrow. I just think we are getting error in the system, so it's going to take it a while. So we'll have to power off.
Stop heating.
And we will try it all over again. Power supply is good, so I don't know. Try it again.
Startup failure.
Yeah. How do we clear that?
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
Yep. See ya. So we'll see what happens now. We'll plug it back in and we'll see what happens. If it remembers the code. If not, I gotta figure out how to clear the fault.
A few moments later.
Okay, I think we'll have better luck this time. It almost started last time, but it didn't have enough fuel. I took the lid off, and I only put a couple cups of fuel in there because I've never ran this before and I want to make sure that I don't have a full tank. Anyways, I looked inside with the flashlight and the pickup was just barely getting any fuel, so it was blowing bubbles. And you can see under here the green fuel line. It just almost primed last time. It started to start, and then of course it timed out because it took so long. So we'll see what happens this time. But we did, it's a little warm. I mean, we did get a little heat. Yeah, and I even touched the pipe after it shut down. I was like, wow, it sure kind of smelled like it started. And then sure enough, the pipe was hot. But it still timed out because it just barely primed enough to start. Seems like it's starting this time, huh? It looks like there's fuel on the line. I think we got a light. There's definitely smoke coming off everything. And it's pretty common for it to smoke on first light up, so definitely running. Putting off some serious heat. Yep, fuel line's running. Okay, that is some heat there. Wow. Well, let's go see what it sounds like outside. Because I don't have the muffler on it. Oh yeah, it's running. That's cool. Hopefully that doesn't leak in the rain. We might have to come up with a different design, but this was my first thought. Okay, let's go back inside. Definitely warm back here, man. Alright, well, so that's on the lowest setting. Oh, that's the lowest setting there. Let's see if we can... That doesn't smell. It only held that first light up because, you know, assembly lube or whatever was on there. I don't know, but now it's... now it's very... Yeah, it's very clean smell. Man, it puts off some heat. pretty crazy. Alright, well, that's cool. I want to go listen to it one more time outside. We have it running a little bit higher now. Man. That's pretty cool. Doesn't smoke. It's not a bad little design, actually. Well, the reason I went with that particular setup there was because I really didn't want to drill a bunch of holes in the boat, not knowing if I like the heat or not. We want good clean heat. It does have no smell at all, so it smells really clean. I like it. So that's cool. Right now, we're just gonna let it run, and we'll call it good. I think this is all right. This isn't the system I want to run in the boat. This is just to try out a diesel heater. I have an idea for one of those diesel hydronic systems. Anyway, so that's what I'd really like to run in the boat, and it's a little bit more expensive, but I just wanted to try one of these out. This is pretty cool. We'll run it for now, so I'm pretty happy with that. So one of the other things we got for the heater is a Y. Why did we get the Y? Why not? Let's see how it fits on here. Hopefully I got the right size. You never know with these things. I always guess. I need the coupler. Okay, we can adapt that. We'll put the coupler on there. So with that on there, we'll get heat into the bathroom, and then we can run a long hose and put heat in the rest of the forward part of the boat. Alright, I want to do this heater justice. So this is cold start. We haven't ran it yet today. We ran it last night for a couple hours. Was really happy with it. It was my fault, operator error, why we could not get this thing to start. So I'm going to show you now how well it starts up.
Start heating.
It's very cool. It's got a nice little remote control. I guess we can also operate it off of Bluetooth from our phone as well, so that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and watch it and see how it does. And there's the brand. This is all just temporary setup here. This is not what we're going to stay with for right now. I eventually want to get a permanent installed system in here. This is just to try out these diesel heaters. This one particularly, we got it off of Amazon. I think it was like $180 or something like that. It was not bad. And then I bought bought the Y and the hose and all that. A couple of accessories for it. Got a longer, a little bit more sturdy exhaust hose, things like that. But all in all, not too bad. So this does have a bit of a delay in the beginning on startup, but pretty soon you'll hear the fuel start clicking here, and then you'll know that we're getting ready to start up. Okay, so here the fuel pump is kicked in. So we should get the fan on here in a bit and start. The reason why I had so much trouble with it last night, oh yeah, see it's lighting right now. The reason I had so much trouble with it last night was I didn't want to put a bunch of fuel in it if we were going to have problems with it. Well, apparently I didn't put enough fuel in it, and it was just barely hitting the top of the pickup. So it was only pulling a little bit here and there, some bubbles of diesel. Almost started one time. Figured that out, put some more fuel in there, and then it started right up. Okay, so we're already starting to get a little bit of warm air. I have not tried it with the app on the phone yet. I have not installed the app and tried it off of that, but it has a nice little remote keychain thing that works out pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. It works really good. It puts out a nice clean heat. It's very warm, and it doesn't have any smells. We didn't have any fumes or anything coming off of it. On initial startup, you will get some fumes, get a little smoke off the pipe here, stuff like that, but you can clearly see we have not, there's no smoke, none. So it's really clean. Once it heats up and everything cooks in, good to go. Did you hear the pump slow down? So now we're at just running maintain speed. So I have it on the very lowest setting there. So that's why Once it starts up, then it slows down to whatever setting we have it set at. So if I want to, I can just push on the remote here. Hear the pump. You know, you go higher up on there, of course you're using more fuel as well. So the efficiency goes down. The more clicks you're getting, the more fuel you're burning. Although it's just drips of fuel, but still, it all adds up over time. So, oh yeah, nice and warm now. But it's clean. You know, we looked outside, it wasn't smoking, so we're pretty happy with all that. We'll go outside and take a look, actually. So yeah, you can see right there, it's clean. Very clean, nothing, I don't see any smoke coming off of it. It's pretty quiet. And this blows a lot of heat there also. What I don't want to do is I don't want to put a hole in the boat, mount this, and then realize we had a bad spot. We didn't like it. So that's why we're doing the temporary here. And there it is. This time we're running a little bit hotter for a little bit longer. So that little idea worked out pretty good. I would definitely, if we were going to run that permanently, I would definitely modify that, make it a little bit more professional looking, but the concept works. So that's what I was trying out. Was I had the idea in my head, I wanted to try it out and see how it worked. So now we know. Anyways, let us know what you think. If you like it, you got questions about it, or have any better ideas or suggestions, we're always open to ideas. But yeah, these little diesel heaters works out pretty good. I think the home for this one would probably be somewhere, maybe installing this in our motorhome or something. But for now, we'll just keep it here until we get this system that we really want to put in. We'll just use this throughout the winter as we're here. I would never run this when we're not around. I would always turn it off. I feel safe with it. We have our put a little smoke detector carbon monoxide sensor in here, and I put one in the forward part of the boat as well. We ran it last night, didn't have any issues. There was no alarms, no beeps or anything like that. So seems like it's a pretty good solid unit. So one of the other items we have we're going to give a try on is this Laser Pro infrared thermometer. Picked this up off Amazon, and we just thought it'd be nice to have one for, you know, troubleshooting. But if there's a hot battery, we want to know which one it is. We can help isolate it. Exhaust elbow is running too hot. One of the cylinders is running hotter than the other. All kinds of things. Let's say the alternator might be overheating. We just don't know. Something like that. We want to check into it. So we're gonna give this a try. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the batteries in this. Right there. Alright. And we want to try some power. Alright, let's give it a try. We're going to take it into a real world environment. And for those of you scoring at home, this is a KIZEN Laser Pro LP300 infrared thermometer. So we're going to go try this out on something we have working right here. Ooh, 195 coming out of the old pipe there. Alright. So what I'm curious to know is how hot the exhaust pipe is. 131, 149, 231-ish. I figured it was kind of hot running down there. And I bet right where it comes out, it's really hot. 235, 242. That's pretty warm. Let's see up here. 160-ish. Okay, that's not too bad. 96 on the wood. 114 on that piece of wood. So that's good, see? It's good to know these things. What's the temperature coming out of here? 150-ish. 177. So yeah, it's putting out some heat. So there you go. That's it. The little infrared thermometer that could. And I don't know, I kind of like it. It's easy to use and it'll work for what we want to do. We just want to be able to isolate temperatures and, you know, see what's hot, what's not. Okay, so we'll wrap this up. So the Laser Pro LP300 infrared thermometer.
Perfect.
We picked this up off Amazon for, like, I think right around $30. If it works, why not, right? Anyways, we just wanted to get something that would work. We didn't want to spend a ton of money on it and give it a try. And it seems like it's pretty accurate so far. So I've went around and measured a few different things that I already knew the temperature on, and it was right within, so within a couple degrees. Anyways, so that's what we got. Act now. First 500 callers only. All right, we're going to do the disassembly process on this, and let's see how easy it is to take it apart. The one thing I could see doing is running a little bit of rubber gasket or something around here, so that when we have this installed and it's raining out or something, then it would totally seal it so no water would leak down. But for a prototype, this is not our final. This is just a working prototype here. It worked out. I mean, we could definitely improve on it. But yeah, I think for the amount of money we spent on this, Vevor 8 kW portable diesel heater, I'm really happy with it. This thing makes a ton of heat. Super quiet, very clean. It doesn't make a lot of smells. You know, we had the O2 carbon monoxide sensors going and all that stuff, and we didn't have any issues. Our little prototype for the port light there, that worked out pretty good. We could definitely improve on the port light exhaust fixture, but in a quick whip that out last night, that worked out pretty good. So I don't know how it would do it if we ran the heat setting on high, if we'd get any, you know, heating the wood up too hot or anything like that, but I didn't smell it. So anyways, I'm happy with it. We're definitely going to use it more often, and it gives us enough knowledge to know that we want to go with that hydronic diesel heater setup. That's what we want to do ultimately. So, but for right now, we're going to use this. So yeah, if you're on the fence and you're wondering about whether you want to get one of these or not, I would say yes. In fact, we plan on installing this in our motorhome or in the garage or wherever we want to use it. We want to make this to where we could use it. So anyways, I'm happy with it. So that wraps it up.
Perfect.
All right, so we're back. You know, we struggle a little bit on that varnish. I don't know if any of you have had that problem before with the varnish where you're going along and everything's looking good, and then all of a sudden you get these patches where it looks dry. And I go over it and it looks dry until I really put it on heavy. I don't know what to do there. So we obviously, this is where our experience is lacking, and I'm sure there's some simple trick. Maybe we have to add a thinner. Maybe we need to sand it better. I don't know. I mean, we sanded between coats, sanded after it was rough, and smoothed it out and knocked it down and everything, and it felt really good. Cleaned it really well. So I don't know, but we went ahead and laid on the last coat really heavy, and let's hope it looks like it's really wet. So we'll see how that looks when we come back. But I'm a little nervous because, you know, it's kind of like our pride and joy, that panel right now, and we want it to look good. I don't want it to be splotchy looking. This one, when we did this one, I don't remember having that problem on that one. So this one turned out really good. You know, we're happy with that one as well. So, but yeah, now that those two are fitted, we can move on, and let's hope that varnish turns out good, and we'll be able to wrap that area up somewhat. We won't be able to complete it. We won't be able to put the large piece of trim, this right here, we won't be able to put that on over there until we finish up the nav station area. So we still have some work to do before we can totally close that whole area out. And then at some point, we want to redo that back panel that's behind over there. We want to do that, and you know, it's got water damage on it, and we'll fix that as well, but we're not going to get at that right now. Really want to get over to the nav station next and see what we can do there to make that look better. But we also had a couple products that we brought to the boat, and we've demoed them, and we're pretty happy with how that diesel heater turned out. I really like that. That puts out a really nice, clean, dry heat like that. It doesn't smoke on the outside. It's just nice and quiet. Of course, we have it way in the back of the boat, so you can't even hear it running, but that's nice. And we're not going to stay with that unit, but on Sail Life, Mads actually ran one of those in his boat. It was a hydronic system, and he seemed pretty happy with that. So that's something I think we want to try and go with as a permanent installation. The other thing we picked up was that digital thermometer, and that'll be nice for, like, let's say our engine's running hot. It'll be nice to help pinpoint where the hot spots are at. It's just nice to be able to check temperature on things, see where the cool areas are at in the boat, or whatever we're trying to figure out. It's just nice to have one of those if the alternator's running hot, something like that. That's what we'd be able to use that on. Those are very important if you're troubleshooting a battery overheat issue or something, electrical panel, hot spot, whatever, right? And we'll keep that on the boat as well. So hope you enjoyed the episode. Didn't have as many projects going on in it as we normally do, but we're just kind of at that spot in between projects right now where we didn't want to totally dig into something during the holidays and all that. So we got the varnish. When we come back next time, hopefully that will have cured and turned out nice and we don't have to do anything with it. Let's see how it turns out. And if you're new to the channel, we appreciate it. If you're a longtime subscriber, we also appreciate you as well. And if you're not subscribed, well, all you have to do to subscribe, it's really simple. Down at the bottom, click that subscribe button, ding ding. Click the bell if you want notifications, and give us a thumbs up, a like, and comment. Stop by, say hi, where you're from, what you think of the channel. We always appreciate the feedback. So thanks for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day. See ya. Dang, if I only hit record, man.
I think you did.
Okay.
We test fitted trim mount Teak.
Take two. And action.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome back. I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Rich.
Together we make... Wait, hang on a second. And if we're lucky... Did we record it?
What? Oh, are you kidding me? Dang it. Man. Did it work?
No.
Is it recording?
No.
Man. These GoPros, tell you what, man.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe you can help me.
I did last night.
All right.
Okay, so what do you think, honey?
Well, I think they should watch the video all the way through first.
Wait, hang on one second. Do you think we recorded it?
Oh, no! Did we?
No.
Oh,
Let's
man.
redo it again.
Dang,
Okay.
this GoPro of the new Teak panel.
Wait, hang on a second. Did we record it? Oh.
Yeah. And are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Just like we are, like just oh.
All right. Straighten her out here.
Dang, I don't have my microphone.
Oh, man. You almost had me on that one. Dang, that would have been bad.
Welcome back. Oops. JK. Okay, that's it.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Dang, it's not recording again.
Always.
Man. Is it?
No.
Is on the light on?
You gotta redo it.
Man, these GoPros. This thing
Blame
is
it
so...
on GoPro, huh?
Well, I pushed the button, the light was working, and now it stopped.
Okay.
I don't know. It's so frustrating.
Just let's redo it.
Yep. We'll start over.
Yeah.
We'll start over. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed yet, oh man, dang it. I don't think I... Did I hit it? Can you see the...
No, you didn't.
Man.
Oh, you did.
Is it?
No, we have to redo it.
Oh man.
Yep.
These GoPros, man.
Yep.
All right.
Time for a new one. Anyways, bye. Oh, is it recording? Maybe not. Did we record it?
Hang on, not yet. No, not yet.
Perfect.
Oh man.
What?
GoPro. It's frozen. Froze Pro.